And we're back. Sorry about this. The phone overheated. So this is still a Berserk. Ah, this is still. Sorry, I heard myself bad yesterday. So we're still doing Berserk. I don't know where we stopped, so I'm just gonna repeat the last couple of sentences that we did. And yeah, so the phone got too hot. The phone closed. Then we open it, and it's okay, right? So like I said, the daughter swear revenge, and Guts is like, okay, well, as long as she wants to revenge, she won't die. She won't get herself killed. She'll try to be stronger, and when she gets stronger, she might be strong enough to survive in this apocalypse, right? Now, Puck is going to Gus and said, "You're such an asshole. How could you do that?" And you see Gus crying because he didn't mean to hurt the girl. He didn't mean for her to hate him. See, Gus' character is amazing because Gus' character. Why this is such a I love Berserk. I gotta say, but it's one of the best thing I've ever read. Gus' character is amazing. You understand that her hating him is gonna make her stronger and help her survive. However, she is a kind soul. See, it's funny that she didn't do anything to him. You know, he was an asshole to her to help her survive, but she didn't deserve that, and he feels bad about it, right? Now, here we start with chapter 9, which is my favorite. We start with the Golden Age. Now, this is so good. I'm gonna go without notes, and then we'll get to notes, and we'll see how it goes. Now, ultimately speaking, it's kind of crazy because I would personally did the eclipse with the count summoning the god hand. I would have done I would have done Guts unconscious, and he just goes and says, "Hey, you know what? Here's what happened. Here's the Golden Auk Day, the Golden Age Day. This is the Bend of Auk days, right? Now, here's a little bit of a problem. You do this, you still have to fight the god hand at the end, right? Now, there's a second possibility. We see Guts crying, and we're like, okay, well, why is he reacting like that? I thought he was an asshole. What is he really? And this is what they chose to do. We see asshole who pretends to be an asshole, Guts who pretends to be an asshole, but he's not. So the beginning is from the birth of Guts, which is amazing. We have a tree, and this is one of the most scary scene of Berserk. Everybody is hung, and out of this, there's a baby that survives. There's a baby that survives, and he's a child of a person that was worshiping the demon, the devil. Now, there's a really, 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 really important thing that happened here, and this is possibly one of the most important thing to happen before the Band of Hawk. So, there's a band of mercenary, right? We saw that Guts is a mercenary. This is when it started. So they're led by a person named Gambino. So why is Gambino super important in there? Very good question. Gambino is extremely important in here because he is cold, he is arrogant, he is cocky, he is an asshole. So his men are saying, GoPro, his men are saying, don't take him with you. Gambino, this is dangerous. He's gonna bring us bad luck. And the guy laughs. He said, all my enemy is like something like, you're afraid of bad luck. All I need is bad luck, and my enemy might have a chance, right? And then what we learn after is there's a person with Gambino called Shisui. Shisui, I don't remember. Shisui is sort of the girlfriend / wife of Gambino. Why is that important? She cares about Guts. She wants to be a mother. It's one of her desire, right? So she takes Guts, and she's like a mother to him, right? And then Gambino's like, we can't take him, but she's convinced him by how much she loved the kid. Now, we have 3 years later, Guts is a small child. Again, what I'm going to do is I'm going to be remembering, and then I'm going to be reading what I wrote. Gambino's away at war. Shisu get the plague, right? And she begs for Gambino, and she's like, hey. And then people like, he's not there, he's at war. It's like, he knew his wife was about to die. Why didn't he stay behind? So they're like, and Guts is old enough to understand what they're saying, and they're like, what kind of man leaves a woman, I'm hungry, with no defense, right? And then Guts hear that, and his first thing to do is he pushes the other nurses, and he holds his mom's hand, which is a beautiful moment because he showed that he cares, but it's also showed that he's strong enough to be helping, more strong than Gambino himself. Now we have a little bit of a problem. We have a little bit of a problem because I don't know where it stops. I can recite everything that we read today super easily because it's kind of super fast, super easy to read. But I want to know where the chapter 9 stops and chapter 10 starts, right? So we finally have the Eclipse. What a legend! It's just so good. We have the Birds of Gods, Gambino tough training Guts first battle, Gambino being okay, and okay, cool. So that's 9. That's 8. We have okay, good. Yes. So basically, his mom dies. And then Gambino's like, I should let you go. Now Guts is 3 years later. Guts is 6 years old, and Gambino is training. And people are like, yo, you're too rough with the kid. What are you doing? It's a kid. You cannot teach him to train a sword. And Gambino is an asshole. He is such an asshole. Because Gambino says, there's no freeloader here. If the kid wants to say, he has to fight. And he makes the reason why Berserk, well, Guts, has a huge sword is because Gambino made him work with a big sword when he was a kid. The reason why he had a big sword is because we don't have kids' toy here. If the kid wants to fight with a sword, he's gonna wear one of our sword, which is kind of crazy. Now this is super nice because on the field, Guts is simply like a squire. Gambino will tell him, "Hey, give me a sphere." One of the most horrifying moments, and Guts is like 6 years old. There's a soldier that dies, and he falls on top of Guts. So Guts see the entrail and everything, like, holy shit, what's going on? But this is also super important because you realize that the reason that Guts is so aware or is so okay with being in Apocalypse is being a world of war since he was young. He saw a horrible thing, and because he saw a horrible thing when he see demons, he's like, okay, well, I saw hell. So people coming from hell are not new to me. So got the first battle, and this is actually pretty good because it's so good because Guts, he has a soldier on top of him, and Gambino says, "If get up or die." And then Guts picks up a sword, and there's a guy that comes to kill Gambino, and Guts protect him, which is super cool. Now we have Gambino, who is kind of proud. He's kind of proud, and this is such an important moment because. And this is so sad. This is so sad because now he's 6 years old and he does his first battle. And this is so cool because Gambino tells Guts, he literally tells him, hey, don't do too much or you're gonna die. And if you die, everything that you work for is ending. So it's like, if you want to run away, it's okay. Guts is such a good character because he goes in and he kills a guy that wants to kill Gambino. Because he killed a guy that was kind of worth a lot, he gets some gold, right? So Guts, and this is beautiful, Guts, okay, so there's this moment that I forgot to talk about because I didn't write it, right? So Gambino has been an asshole to Guts the whole fucking time. He's been such an asshole to Guts. So much that he really hurts Guts. And then he feels bad, so he gives him medicine. And this is the first act of kindness that he has towards Guts. So when Guts saved him, like, he did good. So Guts gets his pay, and he gets like a small bag of coin. So he tells Gambino, thank you. And you know what he does, which is amazing? He gives the gold to Gambino, saying, I want to do my part. You've trained me, you saved me, you fed me, I owe you. Gambino see this and said, this kid has honor. This kid is a good kid. And you know what he does? He takes like one gold coin, something like that, and he shows it to Guts. So Guts did have a pay after all, right? Which is kind of like a good exchange between the two of them. However, there's a character called Donovan. Donovan, and this is going to be a terrible part, so trigger warning. Donovan comes in, and Donovan's like, hey, I want to buy Guts for the night. I'll give you 3 silver. Basically raping Guts. Now, I'll be completely honest, when I start reading this, I was 21 years old. This scene, Donovan raping Guts, is the reason why we stopped reading Berserk in the first place. We stopped reading Berserk because it was too rough. It was too hardcore. So yeah, so there you go. This is the episode. So the beginning of the episode is Donovan continuing to rape Guts, and this is why Guts is not okay with being this. This is hardcore. Guts is a kid. It's a good kid too, you know. Gambino is a piece of shit, and this is why Guts has a problem with people touching him. Because he was literally raped as a kid. And then the next day there's a battle, and he's pissed at Gambino. It's like Gambino, and he fights Donovan because like, no, you're not gonna rape me. But then Donovan is like, yo, I paid for you. I paid Gambino three silver coin. I paid good price for you. So then Guts feels like this is what Gambino wants. So he not necessarily allows it, but he's like, okay, well, he kind of give up on fighting. And this is super important. This is really, 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 really important because I don't know. It's just the fact that Gambino was an asshole, right? And then Guts is pissed at Gambino. It's like, how can you do this to me? But the next morning, Gambino is so freaking drunk that he doesn't remember anything. Now, it is later revealed that he did remember something. He was just lying to Guts. So he thinks Guts doesn't know if Gambino sold him or not, but he's pissed at Donovan. So the next day there's a battle, and this is his first real battle as a soldier, and not as a squire, because before he was helping Donovan and he was around Donovan, but now he's a full-fledged soldier. The first thing he does, he follows Donovan. Donovan is shown to be super strong. He kills people left and right, and Guts takes a crossbow and kills him. And he's like, I have my vengeance, right? Which is kind of good. However, they have a battle, and the battle cannot be won. So the battle, a lot of people are dead, and Gambino loses his leg. Now, Gambino losing his leg is super, super, super important because Gambino's whole character is based on strength. He becomes as weak as Guts, and he hates himself for it, right? That's basically episode 10, 11. We got cool. We got amazing chapter. Guts betrayed by the camp, run away, almost die, give up by his fighters. Soul go back and he kills a wolf. Pick up by a caravan. Comes a talented soldier. Okay, cool. So what I'm not saying is that Gambino takes a puppy with him, and he have a lot of affection. He treats the dog really, 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 really well. But his band of mercenary are kind of making fun of him. I didn't think about that. My tailbone's hurting so much. Okay. So, Gambino is being made fun of by the other mercenary, and they're telling him, hey, you cannot fight, you have the best position, right? Gambino pick up the dog, and really, it's like a retired soldier. He has a puppy, he's happy, right? Now, it's so complex because I don't know, the relationship between Gambino and Guts is so complex because there's no mention if Gambino ever loved Guts or Guts ever loved Gambino. We feel like both of them liked each other to certain degrees. Gambino respected Guts because he was a good kid, and Guts respected Gambino as a father figure, right? So basically, he has a puppy, right? And then he gets really drunk, and he blames Guts for everything. The reason why Guts doesn't kill Gambino is because Gambino, when he loses his leg, he's asking, he see Guts, he said, I miss you, Shizu. So he showed that he's a good person, right? He showed vulnerability. So he goes to the tent of Guts because he's drunk AF, and he comes in and he's like, hey, you're the one that killed Chisu. You're the one that brought us bad luck. The reason why I lost a leg is because of you, right? I'll kill you. And it's like, and when he's drunk, what he says, he tells Guts that he's a puppy, a helpless puppy following him. So this is super important because this is a show that Gambino loves him, because he has a dog and he loves the dog, and he reminds him of Guts. Guts reminds him of the puppies, and the puppy reminds him of Guts. And Guts is like, don't kill me. Whatever happened, do not kill me, please. So then they fight, and Guts kill Gambino, because this is how the scene happened. Chapter 11, we have the whole camp that goes in because Gambino, by falling, what he does is he has a lamp near him and it falls. So the tent goes on fire. So the rest of the camp goes in and they see Guts that kill Gambino, and Guts trying to say, hey, I didn't want to kill him. This is an accident. But the people, they don't care. They want to kill Guts, and they call him a devil child. So what really happened here, which is also why it's so important, is that Guts was always treated as the devil child because of where he was found, where he was born. He was born on the body of someone that was murdered. And because he was found there, people are like, hey, this kid is the son of a devil. Now, the reason they respected Guts was because Gambino, which was a leader, took him in. So basically, he has the protection of Gambino. But since Gambino is dead, no more protection. So they go in, and this is super cool because he's like, oh, I didn't mean to do it. One of the guy in the tent goes in, and he gets his sword. It's like an answer me, little kid. And Guts, the craziest thing that he does is he strikes, and this is so good because he attacks the other guy to defend himself, steal a horse and leave. Why is it so good? Because when he take the sword and he attacks, he doesn't kill them. He cuts them, he hurts them, and he doesn't kill them. Then he goes off the hill and they pursue him. And one of them that shoots an arrow. So Guts fall on a hill and falls in the water. He ends up on the shore and he looks at the moon and said, hey, what's the point? All of there is death. I got no hope of surviving. So he starts to walk away and he starts to find, he's trying to find something, right? A place to stay or a safe place. So he goes in and he's really injured. He has one shoulder is fucked up. He's losing a lot of blood. So he goes in and there's a pack of wolves that goes in. And the pack of wolves, they goes in and they start to want to attack him. Now this is a good scene because Guts look at them and he smiles. So again, it's a lack of information that's so good. Did he smile because it meant death or it meant fighting? So Guts allowed them to try and kill him. But before he even realized, a wolf is jumping on him, and by instinct he kills the wolf. There's a second wolf that comes in and he fights. Then he realized, okay, well, I don't want to die. And this is so important because this is what happened with the kid. He thought he wanted to die, but he didn't want to die, which is what happened to the daughter of the count, right? And then he's being found by a caravan. Now, I don't remember if the caravan is a soldier or a mercenary, but he gets picked up. And they're saying, hey, this is a good thing because the kid has a huge sword, he's a fighter. And one of the units, they're missing one guy. So this guy happened out of nowhere. Like, okay, well, he could be that guy. He could be the guy we're missing on that squad, right? So there you go. Soldier, good. So this is super nice. So super nice. Guts get healed, and there's a couple scene in my opinion missing on how we get healed. But we see him. There's another battle, right? And this is so fucking good. This is so fucking good because this is one of the most well-written scene or chapter ever. We got the Guts that comes in, and Guts is like, okay, well, I want to make my money. And what happened is there's this guy, right? And this guy is huge. He has a humongous armor. He has a huge axe. And people are saying, oh my god, this is the guy. He's a legend. He killed 30 people with one swing. We cannot kill him. And then the other guy is like, a bunch of cowards, what are you gonna do? And Guts goes in, and Guts is facing him. So Guts happened to fight him. And this is really good because this guy is, and this is so stupid because they're saying, hey, 30 gold for the guy who brings me the head. And it's so good because Guts is like, I want to fight this guy. How much are you offering me? And it's like, I'll give you 5 gold. And then Guts is like, no, I want 15. I want 15 because he's a tough guy. And then they said, you get 7 and you're happy with it. It's like, okay, no problem. And then Guts fights and he almost loses the fight, but he kills the soldier. Now this is super cool because this is insane. There's 2 scenes that are There's 2 scenes that happen at the same time. The first scene is the people in charge that are giving Guts like a promotion. Like, oh my god, you're so talented. I want to make you my squire. You'll get 3 times the pay here. You'll live a life of lord. You want to do that? And Guts like, no, I'm a mercenary. I'm only here for the money, and the fighting here seems to be finished. So he leaves. At the same time, there's another scene. And there's a guy with a griffin hat, helm, and you hear him called Griffith. And he's like, yo, you think he's strong, Griffith? He's like, and it's kind of funny because one of the guy closest to Griffith said, I want to kill the big guy because I wanted the fame. So we learn who is Griffith. Again, we see Griffith, and this is so well written. Why? Because Griffith is shown with a helmet. You see the guy and the god hand named as Griffith all wearing the same helmet. You still don't know who is the kid with the white hair. They're one and the same. There's gonna be in the next panel, this next chapter, there's a panel that shows Griffith sitting next to an elm that's a griffin. So it's shown that he is Griffith, right? Because he doesn't have a name. Finally, we have chapter 12. Guts is offered a position information of don't touch me. Meet the Hawk, they want his cash, right? Fight almost on par with Cascade, the second strong intro to Griffith and his helmet, also the flashback. Cool. So basically, Guts leave, and again he's being offered a position, and they leave. So the band of Hawk, which is a band of mercenary. See, the band of Hawk is super important because if you listen to this video, I mentioned the band of Hawk as being Guts' family. So the band of Hawk is there, and they're seeing the guy, and they're like, "What should we do? Should we fight him? He's super strong." And people are like, "No." Say, "Wait a second. You must have gotten a huge reward for killing the soldier with the giant axe. Let's get the reward." And Casca is laughing. Casca, who is Casca? Casca is the most important characters ever. In Berserk, she is ultimately the biggest character ever. So Guts, time in the band of Hawk, this is a huge spoiler. So he's gonna fall in love with Casca, right? And Casca will be the reason he fights. He's the reason he stay with the band of Hawk. However, Casca likes Griffith. She loves Griffith. Now, Griffith is said to be gay, and he's said to be gay for Guts, right? But it's not confirmed. So Casca is the reason he stayed for Guts, and this is crazy because his reason to stay human and not become an absolute monster of Griffith is to stay with Casca. Of Guts is to stay with Casca. Griffith becomes a demon lord, but he also cares about Casca, right? And Casca is like she's really important she's not important in herself for a character, but she's important for what she represents. You know what I mean? Fuck, I'm hungry, dude. I'm eating a leftover, there's nothing left. So, we have the intro. So, there's a couple of guys that goes to Guts and he kills them. And this is kind of crazy because Griffith is there with the helm. And Casca is like, hey, should we help them? Let Casca go. Now, this is where it's important. Griffith it's not clear. It is said to be a noble of noble blood, but it's not sure if it was noble or not. He just had a lot of noble training. The way he acts, the way he presents himself, he feels like a lord. He feels like a leadership. Guts see Griffith, and this is the craziest thing because Guts, when he meets with the band of Hawk, he's like maybe 13 or 16, right? And pimple. And when he leaves the band of Hawk, he's like in his late 20s. He spent a lot of time with the band of Hawk, right? And the way you see Griffith is like, I would have never followed a person in my life. I would have never followed somebody else. There's even a lord that offered him in this chapter a position as a squire for rich. It's like, no, I don't respect you. What am I going to follow you? However, Griffith, he felt like a lord. And this is insane. So Casca goes in. And this is important because Griffith sees this as an army. Casca is right arm because she's the second strongest. So she goes to fight Guts, and this is super cool because Guts he fights her and he's clearly winning, but then what he does is he takes off her helmet by swing of the sword, and she realizes she's a girl. Because she's a girl, it doesn't go too hard. So then what happened is he goes in and it's like, okay, well, fuck that, I don't want to kill a girl, right? Which is kind of sexism, but still in a good way. So he doesn't want to kill a girl, so he doesn't want to kill Casca. So what happened is he goes to Casca and he hesitates. She goes with a good swing and he loses, kind of not loses control, but he's like, okay, well, she's gonna kill me if I don't kill her. And he comes to kill her. And Griffith, as a badass, is such a freaking great mood. He goes in and he throws a spear. So Casca is like this. She's on her back, leg open, because she's gonna get killed, and Griffith throws a spear in between her legs to stop Guts. And then this is the craziest thing: Guts looks at Griffith, and Griffith is not even armed, and he just looks at Guts, throwing him a challenge. So Guts goes in and attacks Griffith, and Griffith has a rapier, and with the rapier, what he does is he literally attack Guts. I want to see if there's something I'm missing, because I feel like we're missing something. But this is so fucking good. This is so fucking good. Again, we're reading it on readberserk.com. I got a pimple here. It's hurting me. You shouldn't pop your pimple, but if you do, we should pop them well. We can't believe we went to the hospital yesterday. I can't believe it. I had a bad fall on my bike. Read Ishi the Witch, Sakamoto Days, read Saka. Oh wow, Ishi the Witch, Saka Days, Undead, Tokyo Ghoul. No, Promise of Land, Tokyo Revenger, Kingdom. Ooh, I would like to read Kingdom. This is what they're offering. Vinland Saga would be good too. Jujutsu Kaisen. There's a bunch of. I really want to get into the manga review because they're kind of easy to do. I don't remember what it is. Is it Berserk Chapter 1? No, it's not. Previous chapter, because the way I'm reading it, it's not clear. Which 12? What am I doing? This is stupid. I know what it is. Okay. Now I'm spoiling myself because I'm reading chapter 13. Shit. Okay. Anyway, I feel like we did everything that we wanted to do. Because I'm gonna be pissed because if I okay, we got it back. Okay, nice. Ugh. This website, the number of ads is insane, and you cannot skip them, which is stupid. Every single time that you switch a book, you get one of the panel. This is really cool because you get the fight, and basically Griffith wins, and Griffith wins in a way where he just strikes Gus without hurting him. And this is super cool. And this is super important, this scene, because you see that Guts is defeated, and Griffith takes off his helmet, and you realize that he is the Ark. So there you go. Such a good show. Yeah, I want to start recapping mangas because it's just fun to do. Anyway, I love you guys. Take it easy. Peace.